doing the actual campus tour over there. Hello, Fritz. Welcome to another video. Today we're gonna take you on a campus tour, and this is Anjali.
Hi.
You should introduce yourself to my friend.
Hi, I'm Anjali. I'm a graduate student working in the Danino lab with Shu. I also did my undergrad here, and I'm going to talk about the campus a little today.
Yeah.
Go Columbia.
Let's go.
Okay, this is the main entrance to Columbia. We call it the main gates. It's on 116th and Broadway, the intersection. And this walk is called College Walk. And it's just like a very historical entrance to the campus. When you're a freshman and you come to campus for the first time for orientation, they do like a special entrance to the campus called Convocation, where the band leaves you playing the Columbia theme song, and you enter, and it's very ceremonial.
Oh, I think I saw that last year.
It's late at night. It's very noisy. It's very exciting because you're like, yay, I'm a Columbia student now. But yeah, and then afterwards you just walk in and out all the time because you need to get on and off campus. It's like the main sort of divider for campus, and sometimes cars can come through. Sometimes parades will go down this way if they're cutting through campus. And a lot of times when you want to meet people, you might say meet me at College Walk, because it's halfway.
Okay, College.
Everything. Oh, and these trees are really nice because they have cherry blossoms in the spring. And
I totally missed that.
It's very short. It's a very short window of time. Okay. And then on all of these trees down College Walk, in December they actually put Christmas lights up, and they turn them on at the tree lighting ceremony where they sing carols and
super pretty.
Yeah, and then those lights will be on every night until March or something, and it's just really pretty every night. And everyone usually takes selfies or something on this campus walk.
I did that too.
Yes, and it's really nice. Yeah,
so this is the music department.
Yes.
And this is the
journalism. And
And
Columbia is really famous for its journalism. We host the Pulitzer Prizes, I think. And they just have a really good journalism school.
Cool.
And yeah. And then if you turn around, you'll see the main Columbia campus. This is the south half of campus. You can't really see all the buildings on the north half. But as you can tell, it is a pretty small campus. It's quite easy to walk from one end to the other in 5 minutes.
Okay.
So this is the Sundial. It's also a meeting spot where people will say, meet me at the Sundial. Just because it's easy to find.
Hi!
And here you have a really nice view of Butler Library, which is the main library on campus where most of the undergrads go to study. It's got a really extensive collection of books in the stacks. As well as underground. I think there's probably millions of books or something. Late at night, it's usually full of undergrads who are studying. It's open 24/7 during the school year, less during the summer. I recommend studying on the 4th floor because I think it's quiet. It's hard to find seats on the 3rd floor, but that one's even nicer.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And what is that building over there?
That building is called Low Library. It is not actually a library. So it started out as a library way back when they built it. But then the weight of the books started to sink it, it was sinking on its foundation or whatever. Maybe it didn't have a good foundation, I'm not sure. But basically, since it started sinking, they moved all the books over to this one, and now this is an administrative building. Also, if you look, you can see in front of it the statue called Alma Mater. She is the spirit of Columbia. Inside her robes, there is an owl that's hidden. And the rumor is that every year the first freshman to find the owl inside the statue will become the valedictorian. I don't know if that's true or not. But I personally went and found the owl I think my first or second week on campus.
Okay.
But I think some people are very aggressive, so they probably find it even before school starts. But yeah, it's a popular spot to take pictures. The view is very nice. Also, these steps are called the Low Plaza, and we just call them the steps. It's a very popular spot to sit and hang out. So right now it's pretty empty, but during April and May, whenever it gets warm, then the whole place is covered with people sitting, and we call it low beach because it's like everyone's laying out like it's a beach and getting the sun.
I'm wondering like how much money Colombia is spending on like horticulture.
I hear it's like in the millions every year. They have to keep everything maintained so that all the TV shows and movies will keep filming here.
We are guests of Columbia University Science Department.
There is a campus rumor that President Bollinger has a weather machine because it's always really rainy and crappy weather, except on the weekends where prospective students and parents visit.
Oh.
So we all kind of think like he has the weather machine and he just makes it nice weather for when people are visiting campus so we can attract all the students. And then the rest of the time it's crappy weather.
Have you ever seen him in person?
Yes. So I have met President Bollinger, because I shook his hand at my undergrad graduation and my master's graduation, like every other graduate does. And actually, freshman year, my dorm like suite made a scavenger hunt, and I put item on there for like 100 points, get a selfie with President Bollinger.
Whoa.
And then I looked up because he teaches a class every year about like free speech, I think.
Okay.
Because that's his like background. So I looked up where the class is and like when it starts. And then with one or two of my friends, I went before the class starts. I waited, and then as he was coming, I was like, "Hi, so for my dorm scavenger hunt, I want to get a selfie with you. Can I do that?" And he was like, "Okay." So his security guard like took the selfie of me and President Bollinger.
He has a
Yes, so he walks around with security guards.
Why?
Well, he was also like president of one of the reserve banks of New York or something. Like he's like also a big figure in other things.
So the security guard would follow him into the lectures as well, and then like.
I assume so.
Okay, that's interesting.
This is Hamilton Hall. It is named after Hamilton, who is a founding father.
Hamilton.
That's a statue over there. This building is like 100 years old or something. All of these buildings are like 100 or more years old. And this building has a lot of classes for like literature. They have like anthropology departments upstairs, Russian language department upstairs. But a lot of freshmen will have classes here because that's where like all the core classes usually meet. And these three buildings, which you can't really see because of the trees, but these are freshman dorms. This one's Hartley, that one's Wallach in the corner, this one's John Jay. John Jay also has a really big dining hall, and I lived in Wallach. It was nice. It's like Hartley and Wallach have a special program called Living Learning Community, so they have like a lot of events and stuff going on for people to get closer. And it's not just freshmen; they have upperclassmen too. So you get like you can make like upperclassmen friends in those dorms as well, which I did. And it's really convenient as a freshman to live in these dorms because they're close to everything. So whenever I had a class here, I could just roll out of bed and be in class in like 2 minutes. Oh, also Hamilton only has one elevator. It's very old and it's very, very slow. So you can't really take it to get to class easily. It'll take you like 5-10 minutes just to make it upstairs. But the stairs are really, really long. So if you have a 7th floor class in Hamilton, Columbia University has like a lot of different schools actually. They have graduate only schools like a law school, the business school, like only graduate students can be in those. For undergraduate schools there's 4. There's Barnard College, which is across the street and it's women's only. There's School of General Studies or GS, which usually a lot of older or like non-traditional students might go. And then the 2 sort of undergraduate schools you usually think of when you think of Columbia are Columbia College and Columbia Engineering. So engineering, Fu Foundation School of Engineering and Applied Sciences, or SEAS as we usually call it, has undergraduate and graduate students. So like I'm in the graduate program right now. The Columbia College is only undergraduates, and you get like a BA degree, Bachelor of Arts, but you can major in science or in all the like liberal arts majors.
But were you in Columbia College?
I was in Columbia College, so I majored in biophysics.
Oh.
But I wasn't an engineering student, so I didn't have like an engineering degree. So I graduated with like BA in biophysics.
One question.
Yeah.
Is Barnard College part of Columbia?
We don't need to talk about that. Cut video. Relationship that is very difficult to understand. Like it's across the street and it's women only, and they have some majors that Columbia doesn't have, like I think a dance major or theater. Like classes are much stronger on the Barnard campus, but then a lot of them will take classes on Columbia. Like my physics classes had a lot of Barnard students. Overall, we're all one big community. This is like the north part of campus where a lot of science buildings are. This is the physics building. It's very old. At the very top you can see a dome where they have a telescope, and on clear nights you can see Saturn and things through it. They do like viewings on Friday for the public. This is the northwest corner building. It's like the newest building on campus. It's for integrated sciences and computational things. So there's a lot of research labs there, including ours, the Danino lab. We're on the 8th floor. Those buildings are chemistry related buildings like Chancellor Hall, and then it connects to Havemeyer in the back. They're very old. And inside the chemistry building is the famous auditorium on campus where Spider-Man had a scene filmed there.
When the borderline is tau equals 0, the eigenvalues are someone, please.
And there's bridge, like all the buildings on upper campuses are connected by these bridges, so you can go from like chemistry and then all the way around. You never have to step outside, which is good in the winter. This is MUD, the main engineering building. The biomedical engineering department is on the 3rd floor, so underground. They're redoing the computer science department on the 1st floor. It's Fairchild. It has the biology department. And way up on the top floor, they did the original Drosophila experiments way back in like the early 1900s, I think, for like fruit flies. This is the business school.
Because I was like super stoked. Like I was like,
It's called Uri's Deli or something, where you can go get food if you're hungry. It's not great. Columbia dining is like rated very high as far as campus dining goes, but everyone gets sick of the dorm food after like a few weeks.
Yeah.
Talking to the sun, and I said I didn't like the way he got things done. He's sleeping on the job.